What the fuck piece of shit place is this?
Not in Italy, that's for sure.
Susanna.
But I love your outfit.
Susanna, you look like Darkwing Duck.
Day one.
Yes.
That was a good day.
Well, yes.
Well,
except for my luggage being
The rest
left
of us.
behind in Philadelphia.
Okay, day one. Let me see if I remember. So me and Regina were in the back with the peasants while Melissa was upgraded.
It was a happy birthday to me.
Melissa upgraded her damn self.
I did. I
Yeah,
slept. I slept for the first time on a long haul because for you guys know this, I can't sleep sitting up. So I said, you know what? Happy birthday to me. I'm gonna upgrade. And I kept checking. And it was a doable, still expensive, but doable.
Yeah.
And I got to sleep at least 4 hours, which is better than I've ever done on a long haul going to Europe. So it was worth it. And then Regina took a picture. One of our friends took a picture of me, and one of the girls from the group took a picture of me. She goes, "Oh, our princess." I was like, "Well, Susanna's a princess too, because she's coming on a different flight on it."
Right. But you get spoiled.
Well, the first day, I will say, when we got there, it was really nice to see how we all came from different places. So it's like, meaning we all flew in from different places and then had our welcome drink and then like went to the pool. I thought that was really nice because the pool was like an infinity pool over the beach, and it was just so pretty. And it was just, I don't know, I felt like that moment was really nice. Like when we got into the pool and I was introduced to limoncellos. Spritzers, limoncello spritzers, and I was like, "Oh my god, no wonder people talk about this when they go to Amalfi. They fuck you up." And I'm like, "Oh, this isn't very efficient. Like, I only need 2, you know?" And me and Sharon were in the pool, and it was just, and then you guys were in the pool in and out. It was just such a nice moment. I don't know. I remember feeling like excited, like, "Oh, this is gonna be a good trip."
And the pizza, they got a little pizza at the poolside, which was pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and I was still struggling with no clothes, so I didn't go out that night for Din Din.
You were also tired.
Yeah, but I had to plan out my clothes because I only had, thank goodness, I had a bathing suit, I had 2 cover-ups, I had a light dress, and I had sandals, and the sneakers I came in with, and the outfit I came in with just too hot to wear. And panties, 6 panties, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're better than me. I only packed 2.
Yeah, I would have had to been washing them. But I had to plan it because I didn't know it was when I was getting my luggage. So that dress, I had to wear it Monday, and we got there Saturday. My God, that was so stressful.
When did you get your luggage? What day?
Monday.
You got
We
your
went to
luggage
Pompeii.
Monday night.
Remember when Luca agreed to drive us over there
Yeah, the driver.
to pick it up, and they never had it set to come to the hotel. Yeah. Thanks, American Airlines. You suck.
Went to dinner in the hotel, right?
Yeah, and it was a really nice dinner.
Yeah,
The food was good.
I think that hotel was really nice. I liked that each hotel was completely different and they each had their own kind of, like the first hotel was a boutique hotel, the second hotel was a spa hotel, and then I felt like the third hotel, even though we didn't see much of it, it was more modern.
We had the water, we had
The
the
sunset.
feel of being in the Amalfi Coast region, and it just felt so pretty to eat breakfast overlooking the water and the infinity pool. And I think the staff was really great. I mean, everything was good. Everything was good with that hotel.
And it was old but new. Like, it was old. It was pretty.
And it's just interesting how everything's on the cliffside. So it's like you're checking in on, what was it, the 4th floor? You guys were down and we were up, and then breakfast was all the way down. So you're like on a cliffside, which I was just like, wait, am I going up or down?
That cappuccino, though, was so good in the morning, every morning.
Yeah.
And then we went on that trip the next day, the boat trip.
So the next day we had a boat trip to Capri.
Mhm.
So let's give context. So we all turned 50, right? And we decided to do an agency that put with, with our input, obviously with what we wanted, we put the trip together with the coordinator. And so a lot of things were already just kind of laid out and pre-planned for us. And we had little pockets of free time. So that next day was the day to have a boat ride to Capri, and so we got to have this nice boat ride, personal boat ride with our skipper. And, then we went to Capri and we just walked around for a while and we got back on. And that was just a beautiful day, right? And we went in the water and
And Regina got us in trouble.
We got
oh
pulled over
yes,
by the
we
Coast
have
The
Guard.
Coast Guard.
we got stopped by the Coast Guard because our friend decided to touch. Well, I don't think it was just her. I think it was the
No.
boat. It was the
It was the fact that we went into the cave.
Regina touched the top, which was really cool. But that's not why. And then all of a sudden the Coast Guards came.
Yeah, she
and
just got
stopped
caught
our
right
boat.
at the time as she's
I
like,
remember I was telling my husband, and he goes, "So they gave you life jackets?" And I said, "No, we didn't
Life
have
jacket.
life jackets. That wasn't even offered."
they call them
That's
noodles.
I said, "We got like pool noodles." And I said, "You can't drown. It's so salty." I said, "I tried to touch the ground and I couldn't. I
Mhm.
tried to go down in the water and it was like this pressure." And I said, "You
the
can't.
Yeah.
Asian Sea.
You're just
Yeah,
gonna
all
float."
that Mediterranean has high salt. Because I
Mhm.
remember the Greek islands, we did the same thing. We did a boat ride and it you're just floating up. You can still drown. Don't get,
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
not.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I
Mhm.
think we were all strong swimmers, or we weren't afraid, and we just jumped in the water with noodles.
It was so beautiful and refreshing. Like, that's where I need to be.
Yeah.
That water.
So you two went to the airport to get the luggage.
Oh my
They were closed.
They were closed when you got there. So it was an hour drive plus traffic.
There was an accident
Of
in the
course.
tunnel. There was a death and an accident. I think we were sitting in that tunnel, for 40 minutes? 250 euros later, I didn't get my luggage. But she was so nice. And shout out to J-Way Travel. That's our travel agent that Melly researched, and
Yes.
Melita.
Alita. Oh, she was amazing.
Yeah.
And I looked when I was the one who started, that type of
Mhm.
research, and then other people jumped in with other things later. But that was my role, and it was like she was just so pleasant. And I spoke to 3 travel agents because I'm like, we want to. Obviously, nowadays we constantly put our own trips together, but we wanted this one to be special and just really have someone put everything together. Because when you go to jumping from island to island and then another country, it's nice to have it all laid out for you. And it's not a place to drive that if you're not comfortable, which none of us were. So we had personal drivers to a lot of the things that were planned. So that was Melita from J-Way Travel. And then our 2 liaisons from the 2 countries we went to were great as well. So I think I would use them again. I would.
Same. I'm going to definitely next year.
Uh-huh.
They contracted like the private drivers and the guides, the tour guides. Everybody was so good, like amazing, friendly, easy to be with. I don't think we had anyone that we didn't
Charismatic.
care for. Knowledgeable of the area, worth every penny in gratuity that we gave them. They were great. I
100%.
trust them for
100%.
sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even driving on those cliffs, boy.
Robert, ooh, he was fun.
Who's Robert?
Robert was the Croatia,
The
the
last
last
day
day.
into
Oh,
Dubrovnik.
yes,
Those
yeah.
cliffs.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, but I was terrified.
Yeah, if you don't like heights, your butthole can tingle looking at that stuff.
The next day we went on a tour to
Pompeii. So I want to say we had a wonderful mix of luxury and lounging and laying on boats and being bougie, and also a lot of sightseeing that really pushed us, I think.
Mhm.
So we went to
Mhm.
Pompeii. We had a tour guide who he was great as well. Very wasn't he Vincenzo too?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a
So
Vincenzo.
yeah, that was really lovely. Like, I like to get history from a trip, and it was a nice combination. So we walked through Pompeii, which was really fascinating, and And I think it was a good amount of time. I think we were with him almost 2 hours.
Mhm.
And I was like, we got what we needed. Okay. And then we went to the volcano, to Vesuvius, climbed it. Now, the three of us on this podcast did not make it all the way to the top, but that's okay. We made it far enough, very far.
Far enough to
I
feel
fe-
fucking sick. I want to pass
Right.
out. My heart's palpitating.
And
Yeah.
shout out to the other 4 that went to the top. Good for them. Whatever. And I think that I just feel like it was very, it was just a nice experience. And like when you're getting to the top and you're seeing the other volcano
Mhm.
and you're seeing everything below and you're like, you're pushing yourself because you're like, I felt like I wanted to give up sooner, but I was like, no, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep going. And then I saw Sam and I was like, fuck it, I'm done. And I'm like, did
Yeah.
you make it to the top? She goes, hell no. And I was like, all right, I'm coming down with you, girl.
And these hills are like this.
Yes.
Mhm.
And rocky. It's not easy
No.
at
And
all.
in my head, I was like, all right, I'm going to go as far as I can because I'm also thinking we're pressed for time. So I'm like, I'm going to
Mhm.
go. So I'm timing myself. And that's why I started coming down because I'm like, well, we got to come back down because we're going to leave. He only said an hour. So otherwise I would have, if I knew they were going to go to the top, I would have kept going. But coming down was harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Because
a
it's
little
like this and it's all rocks. And so you have to go down slow. Like you can't, because I'm like, oh, going down will be faster. No, it wasn't.
Mm-mm.
Because you have to pay attention because otherwise you're going to bust your ass and fall off a
Mhm.
cliff. Yeah.
Shit. Those people with the sticks are smart.
No, but then I was just like, okay, I can make it to the top. There was kids going, there was a guy with one leg going up the hill. I'm like, he can go to the top. I can go to the top. Like,
yeah. We could have
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, it's also the air. So if your body starts to say no to that, your legs can't go any further because that's what happened to me. I was like so determined and I was I would stop, go. But when I stopped in the middle of Melissa, you kept going. And I was like, I'll catch up with you at the top there. I started getting dizzy and I started feeling like I was going to pass out. I was like, I'm not fucking passing out in front of everybody here.
definitely altitude affects you.
Mhm.
You have to listen to your body. Yeah. But we did it and we left and then we had time at a winery, which was very nice of our guide to suggest because
That
I
was a
think that was
surprise.
a wonderful surprise. And we went to a winery and me and Sharon immediately were feeling the effects. That was fun.
That was good.
Poor guy. He's giving the tour, and you and Sharon are behind taking pictures and doing all bullshit. And I forgot about that picture. Yeah, and then I'm telling the guy, I'm
Me and
like,
Sharon are
I'm
like
sorry,
this.
our friends.
No, this is me and Sharon.
Like silly pictures.
And then there's the wine thing,
The barrels.
and then we're putting our glass underneath the barrel and tasting.
I'm gonna
And he
cut.
was so
What I'll cut.
serious.
I'll put if I find the picture, I'll cut it here and show it if you want me to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
was
you-
hysterical.
You guys weren't paying attention to him at all. The poor guy. And first of all, we couldn't even understand him.
I couldn't understand him. So
Yeah,
that was
no.
my attention span was gone after I couldn't understand him. And I was like, that blood, it was the rosé. And I was like, holy crap.
Rosé was
what is
good.
in this?
Mm-hmm.
Immediately I was feeling effects.
Oh my God, we were all paying attention and we saw it. It's like you guys were the two clowns of the class. We all turn around, you're all fucking around on that thing. I almost peed my pants. That was hysterical.
he was laughing though. He was like, no,
Yeah.
they're funny.
Really quick, back to Pompeii. I just wanted to say that I love anything ruins. Like I love walking through an area where people have been there like in years ago. There's something about it that really I love anything ruins or old.
And it's
I
just
love it.
fascinating just to see the artwork and the things,
Yeah.
like how they lived, all of that. And of course, like with our group, it goes left and we're like, show us the brothels. And we're trying to find the
And the
penises.
penis on the floor. Yes, there's a penis on the floor in Pompeii, but by the way, people, for whoever hasn't been there. Yeah.
Fertility.
Fertility.
And fertility. But they were pointing to brothels. And then I embarrassed poor Vincenzo.
Yeah.
He was a little on the conservative side, and Susanna.
He's not conservative.
Yeah, I know. Probably not, but
I saw,
he was trying to be professional. He's a tour
Yeah, he's
guide,
trying to be
though.
professional. Well, I thought he was talking about masturbation. He said, and he quizzed us during the tour. He would quiz us here and there, see how we did. He's talking about And now we're about to go into a place where, people, well, in Pompeii, in the middle of the day, people would take care of themselves. What would they do when they go to take care of
Care
themselves?
themselves.
You said
Yo.
something else too. Well, spa didn't come to my
You
head.
said spa. Somebody said
PC.
spa, and he said no.
Well, okay. So I said masturbation.
He laughed so hard. I think
I
he
thought
was
it was
shocked.
Well, initially we said sex, like making love with their partner. I don't
a
know.
no.
He said no.
And we were like, siesta, like, okay, we're going to siesta. And he's like, no. And he's,
Like, you take care of yourself. And he went like this, you take care of yourself. I said,
Oh,
masturbation?
poor
He says,
guy.
I'm a simple man. Yeah. Okay.
okay.
But he laughed so hard. He laughed so hard that he's like, no. Ah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Then he realized what kind of group we were.
Okay, sorry. Now go fast forward.
But even that, like the spas and all that, that's amazing how they just really constructed that.
That one home of the two brothers that
Yeah.
made it to the top of the caste system. Remember what did they do? They brothels,
Prostitution.
correct? What? Yeah, brothels. And their house, the home was
Yeah.
so nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that type of home. I was expecting like, yeah, okay, a bigger size square, but no, this was extravagant.
Yes.
Yeah, and back to the winery, we were at a winery with the background was the volcano, which was pretty dope, I
Mhm.
think. Like when I don't even know where that picture is, but like, did we take a picture with the background? But regardless, we were eating and drinking, and then there was the background of the volcano. So it was really beautiful as well. Beautiful drive. Beautiful.
Look at
Crazy
Samantha.
drive. Beautiful.
That shit was
holding
like
on to the door.
Well,
for dear
I
life.
say because I was in the front seat going, and I was just watching the view, and I
I
was
was
like,
praying the whole time. I was praying.
good. Thank you.
well, we made it.
We made it.
But when we got off and we started walking in the cobbles, just the close,
So
it
pretty.
was like hilly, and then
And the view.
yeah, and the restaurant was just like in this little. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, it was nice. And then
And that was the other side.
that was the other side of the
Right,
peninsula.
and that was Positano, and we had a really nice dinner there. And then
Mhm.
Then it was packing.
Oh my
Right?
God, like every
packing.
night we were
The low road of the trip, but it needed to be done. We had to pack to go the next
wherever
day.
we were going next. I mean, it was constant. Our trip was constantly moving, constantly
But we were going on the
repacking,
ferry the
packing.
next day.
Yeah, moving shit around and going to sleep late, getting up early. It was just constant, but for
Yeah.
good things.
I mean,
Yeah.
we got to do a lot. We got to see a lot, We got to I mean, there's so much more to do and see, but we did a lot with what we had, with the time we had. And yeah.
So the next day we took the ferry to
Ischia.
Yeah. And immediately we went to these spas,
the
This-
thermal
Yeah.
spas.
the thermal spa.
We went to Giardini, Poseidon. Yep.
And it
Big.
had purpose. It had wellness purpose. Like I thought
Mhm.
we were just gonna go on a bunch of spas and like, jump around. And then I ran into Samantha and Bonnie, and they were like focused. Like we're going to number 4. We're going to number 5. I'm like, what is going on? Like, where are they going? Like, they're so focused. And then Regina's like, oh, I think there's an order. And we're like,
Mhm.
it was like
Because
we
you
were
guys went to eat. Yeah, with the
we
groups.
went to eat, taking our time, just like, oh, we're gonna go into that pool. We're gonna go into that pool.
Mhm.
And then thank God they set us straight. Like Samantha and everyone else
There's
who
me.
she was with.
Yeah.
Sharon.
It was me, Sharon, and Bonnie. So we
Mhm.
were
And there were 9 pools? 9?
11.
11.
But we
Yeah.
did 9, right?
Yeah.
All of them.
No.
We did all of them.
We
We
did?
did all of them.
Yeah, because remember, some pools were cold. So you did the hot and then you did the cold.
Highly recommended. And then the beach, we went to the beach there.
What a beautiful beach.
Yep.
Which was nice.
And then we walked down the road to dinner, which was amazing.
Oh my God, that was one of my favorite parts.
Mhm.
Where was that dinner?
It was Mo 11 or something 11.
And it was just so beautiful and so quaint. owned by like probably an older Italian lady or a couple, I'm not sure. And she
Yeah.
just kept coming over and just knowing what we needed without really speaking much English.
Mhm.
And it was just beautiful. We sat there and we got to eat and watch the sunset. And it was like the best limoncello of the trip.
Oh my God. And she
Limoncello.
made it.
She made it. It was
She
homemade.
made it. Mhm.
Yeah. She
Yeah, that
made
place
it.
is highly recommended too.
My favorite.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
And we took pictures on the beach in the sunset. That was really one of my faves. For
Yeah.
sure. Mhm.
Me too. That was good. And then next day was another boat trip. This one was
Mm.
even better
Mm.
than Sorrento.
Capri.
It sure was.
Uh-huh.
Capri. Better than Capri,
That
yeah.
was good.
He was great. I think he had like a lot of little like secrets of
Mhm.
Ischia. Like he's like, oh, I grew up here. I know every inch of the island, and he took us to some
Mhm.
really beautiful things. And that was the most swimming we did because we got off
Mhm.
the boat like 5 times at least.
Yeah.
And we saw the little caves, we saw little grottos, we saw the turquoise water, we saw the little flowers under the water. What else did we see?
The champagne bubbles
The champagne
under the
bubbles.
castle.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was
nice.
great.
That was dope. Yeah, and we saw the castle.
Yeah.
And then what was that cave that we went into? All of us swimming. What was that?
It was I forgot, I don't know.
Did it have a name?
A cave?
Probably, but I don't
I don't
remember.
remember.
But that was fun.
But he was so attentive. Like he
was like giving us prosecco and filling these flutes, these champagne flutes or these glasses.
he'd lay out our
He
towels.
laid out our towels when we were in the water and we came back to our towels laid out. We were like,
Mhm. Mm.
I know. I was like,
the private boat ride and someone's attending to you.
Mhm.
and his recommendation for lunch was awesome. He took us to a
Yeah,
little
Di
town.
Pasquale, Di
Yeah.
Pasquale pizza.
We had like the best pizza.
Like a mom
We
and
had
pop shop.
it was a mom and pop shop and it was just definitely they barely spoke English, but they knew what we wanted. We just pointed to the menu and we really were like it was just like I didn't other than the hotel, which was pretty good, we didn't really get to experience like pizza, like because Napoli's known for pizza. We didn't get to have time there. So it was nice that he recommended that and he asked us, what do you guys want? We're like, pizzas or panini, something, like casual, but like, and he says, oh, I can point you to the best restaurant with the best pizza. I'm like, okay, that was nice.
And
It was so
walking
small.
around,
Yeah.
again, those hills are like this.
Man. Yeah.
Cobblestone roads like this. I'm like, how do people live here?
But it was like that beautiful
was
white,
beautiful.
white and the pavements, like that very like
all the tiles.
Mediterranean, beautiful.
Really, some of us were like dreading another boat ride, but that boat ride beat the first one by a landslide. Like it was so good. We were so happy we went on that. And it was like 8-9 hours, right? That we were on the boat. It was all day.
That was all day.
And he was a good tour guide too. Like the other guy didn't really give us history. Like I love hearing history. This guy was like, here, let me lay this out for you. Would you like some champagne? Would you like some prosecco? Like just very, it was different.
He's like, oh, you want music? I have a bigger speaker.
I know. I had my little speaker and he had a big one. And I was like, okay, sure.
Cutie. He was a cutie.
Yeah. And this was cute too because you guys were all laid out like in the front of the boat too. So that was nice.
Yeah.
Whereas
We
the
were
other
together.
boats, some people were in the front, some people were in the
We were
back.
spread out, yeah.
Yeah.
What did we do that night for dinner? Gosh, can't remember.
It was Ischia. We went with the
hotel.
guy, the hotel, where he was wearing the tuxedo,
That's
the old
right.
man. And he was kissing us on our hands. And he's like, this is on me. Oh, it's your birthday. He was so cute. We were all in love with him.
He was so cute. He looked like he never went home. Poor guy.
Oh, he was there 24/7.
He was there in the morning. He was there at lunch. He was there at dinner. He was there in the morning. He was like wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice dinner by the pool.
He was sweet.
He even let us order. He's like, all right, you're having that. Okay.
Oh, I love that.
I love
that. I love that.
I love when masculine men, even though he was older, but I'm just saying, like when a man takes charge, like, oh no, you're gonna have this. I'm like, okay.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Don't worry, I take care of it. You like.
No. You're gonna have this. You're gonna have the salmon. I'm like,
Okay. Okay. I love that. I love it.
I don't like when men are like, "What do you wanna do?" No, motherfucker, you plan it. Like, you tell me
Yeah.
what to do. I'm always, like, in my masculine like, in the last year, so I'm like, "Just tell me. Just
Yeah.
tell
Take
me what to do."
charge. Yes. I'll be
So then,
submissive.
even though he was old,
So,
but
the next day we got to hang out at the pool and chill
Yeah, that was nice and
and
relaxing.
pack again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then get on a plane. That airport experience was wrong.
Napoli.
Wrong.
Yeah, the airport was something else.
Yeah, the way they just do things there, like, you can't check in until a certain time, and so you're waiting around, and we're all weighing our luggage and freaking out, and, ooh, I'm getting sweaty thinking about that day. That was very anxiety producing. Taya was great. That was our liaison for Dubrovnik.
Dubrovnik.
And she was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she met us at the hotel at like 10 o'clock at night.
Mhm.
Went to dinner with
And the
us.
hotel's only a couple years old, you know it's gonna be nice. So, tried their signature drink. I still don't know what it is, but we tried it.
Oh!
No, that thing.
Was it
The
the cherry and the honey and the
cherry and the
warm?
honey brandy, yeah.
Those are good.
Not like limoncello, but yeah, I guess. Not my thing, but yeah, limoncello spritzers, I'm still thinking about them.
Refreshing.
We were really hit the road running, man. We had a tour at 8:30 in the morning. We got to I don't know what that was, Old Town?
Old Town. The Old
Oh,
Town.
that was
And then
great.
the Game of Thrones all
Mhm.
started, yeah.
That's where they're holding the Game of Thrones throne
Mhm.
that we all sat on.
Mhm.
Yes. And we
And
got
that you
to
can
see
see in the castle. I mean, I never watched the show, but apparently that's where they held it, and anyone that I've shown those pictures to they're like, "Oh, yeah, I recognize that
The
immediately."
stairs, right? The
The
walk of
stairs,
shame, yeah.
castle-looking thing, yeah,
the Walk of Shame.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
don't even
and
know what that
even
means.
there was a castle in the distance, and that was the Red Keep. So yeah, so there's all that different things. So it was cool.
It was.
Mhm.
It was.
I love movie sets too, especially
And
when
it
they're
was
old.
nice to walk around because they had shops and
And
restaurants.
the climbing those fucking stairs.
It was a
We did
lot.
it, though.
We
We did
did.
that
Yeah,
one.
that was so I love anything old again and the
And then
history behind it.
Me and Susanna sat, and we just needed an hour just to relax, and we sat, and I think that was already my breaking point at that point. I think my body was just tired and to go, 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 and I just but we sat and we had coffee and we just stared. We did the European thing. And I think, like, sometimes we don't give enough time for those things because it's hard. You're trying to pack everything in as much as possible, and you don't know if you're gonna come back, so you're trying to do the main things, and I just needed an hour. I just needed an hour or 2. We were there 2 hours, and we just sat there, she had a cappuccino, I had my americano, and we just stared at people and talked.
Yeah, and then we got raped by the cab going back. That was terrible.
Oh my god.
Asshole.
Yeah.
And then the next day was our last day, our last full day, right? And so
That was the 2 wineries and the
the oyster farm.
Yeah.
mhm. That was
Yeah.
a good day.
So
Yeah.
so you stayed behind and another person stayed behind because she was like, I'm done.
Yeah. I tried. I went. I got convinced. The tour guide was very convincing and charismatic, and then he was nice enough to bring me back.
I like them. I like the experience, but I won't be craving oysters.
Yeah. It's more like do as the Romans do because
Right.
Dubrovnik is known for
Right.
really good
Well,
wine.
yeah, I was eating oysters and anchovies. You would
Well, yeah,
never
we were
catch
eating
me eat anchovies.
shit that I would never eat.
Yeah. I was like, "Okay, I'll
Huh?
try it." He's like,
Well,
"Come
that's
on,
beauty
come
of
on."
travel. I love that. Remember when we went to Amsterdam, Susanna, and we had, like, herring, raw herring?
That's what we had. I think that's what it was, herring, but it was fried. Any food walking tours where they take you to the little areas that you don't go in, and those are the best. Always do a food walking tour in any of the
Yeah.
cities. Always. Those are always very good. But Sam, you can tell us our day.
So we went to the oyster farm, which was cool to
Mhm.
see how they harvest it and all of that. Um, and they have these little barges with tables, so you kind of go on there, and you see the lady. She's shucking the oysters for us, and she put 40 oysters on a platter. And then our tour guide had prosecco or something, some kind of sparkling, and he goes, "Oh, it's perfect." He was, first of all, the most charismatic, I think, out of all of our tour guides.
Yeah.
Like, he knew everybody. He was talking about everything from politics to religion to,
Mm-hmm.
the war, because that was the other thing in Croatia. Our tour guide and our driver the second day, they were both defenders of the war in the 90s. And so hearing their stories, and so it was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And he really just took us to the most beautiful places. We went to 2 wineries. The first one was interesting because it was like in the cliff. So as you're going down and you're going into the cellar with like the wall is the cliffside. So that was interesting. And they were explaining why they did it like that, and all, gave us the whole history. And it was a beautiful, beautiful, like all glass window where we sat and, tried the different wines. And then the second winery was very romantic
Mm-hmm.
because we drove through all these cliff sides, and I'm in the front seat, and I'm like, "I trust you, Robert. I trust you with my life."
He's probably like, "I got you, baby."
And we drove through, and he's like stopping, rolling down the window, pulling rosemary, and what was the other
Grapes.
thing? Grapes. He was taking grapes right off the vine. He was taking what was the other thing? It was rosemary and
Figs. Did he take
we
figs?
stopped in a market off the side of
Okay.
the road and bought us figs. And then no, there was another one. It was lavender.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
known
yeah.
for lavender too.
Yeah, so he was
Lavender.
pulling the lavender right off the bushes and handing it to us to smell and whatever and feel.
Mm-hmm.
So it was beautiful, but it was all this windy cliff going
Mm-hmm.
up and up and up. And then we come to this place, and it's owned by this guy, and he had this outdoor kitchen with swings and everything. Of course, it's a cliff, right? So I'm like, don't stand by
Massive
the edge.
cliff.
Massive cliff. And but this guy was like, it was just him. It was just him, Robert, and us there. There was nobody else there. And he came out, first course, it was anchovies. And the second course, no, it was bread with oil. Then it was anchovies. Then the next wine was cheese, right? Then the next course was cheek, the pig's cheek, and bacon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we had that with another wine. Then the next course was dark chocolate, right?
With olive oil and fleur de sel. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was funny because when he came out with the cheese, our friend Melissa, she was just like, it'd be really good, like cheese. And then he comes out with cheese. And she goes, "Oh my God, I just said that." And so, and he would explain everything. And then I said, like, "Oh, the only thing we haven't had yet is chocolate." And then he comes out with the chocolate. And I looked at him and I said, "Wow, you really know women, don't you?" And he started laughing. He goes, "I'll take that as a compliment." But at that point, the oysters started kicking in on everybody.
Oh man. Boy.
Everybody's like, "I'm pulsating. What's happening to me?" And we're like laughing.
True. So it's true.
Vaginal pulsation. Wow.
Let's be honest.
Everyone was beautiful.
Yeah.
There were some
Croatia, the
good-looking
women
ones.
were beautiful too. The ones that I saw. Tall and model-esque.
Yeah. But he was
Italy.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, we missed going to the next town. We missed swimming. He took us to lunch at a beautiful place that we got to like pick the fish right out of like the ice. Like you pick your fish, and then they grilled it and they brought everything out. So that was nice seafood. And then he was so cute because we were talking about black risotto, because we were like, "Oh, are you going to sit and eat with us?" And he's like, "No, no, 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 no." He's like, "They feed me for free." He goes, "I love the black risotto." And we were like, "Oh, our friend, Bonnie, she's not with us, but she loved it, and we had it a couple of times." He goes, "This one's the best one." So he literally came with his plate and a spoon and was shoveling it on our plate and feeding it out of his. And we're like,
and then fried anchovies or whatever the freak they were.
Then he came with those little fried fishes, and he's like, try it. And we're like, okay. Yeah. But he was really good. Like, he was just feeding us and like just making sure we had like a really good experience. And so it was nice. But then we were all like fighting to not have the front, because we were like, he talks too much and we just want to sleep.
I needed to sleep. I was with him going the whole time, most of the whole time. I was like, I got to sleep. My feet are the size of my face. My feet were so swollen that day. My legs were so tight. I was like, "Oh my god, this is horrible." And the next day I had to get on 3 different planes. I was tired. I was like, "I gotta sleep. I'm not sitting up front."
Yeah.
He was
He was
cute though.
good.
Yeah.
And he picked you guys up and drove us to dinner, so that was nice of him.
Yeah, we went
Right.
to
Oh,
dinner to an
yeah.
authentic to Croatian restaurant,
Yeah,
right?
the Iron Bell, where they make the meats under the Iron Bell. I had to order them before, when I made the reservation, like, whatever, before you order your meat when you make the reservations. So they have it 'cause it takes, like, a long time. It's, like, slow cooking under this Iron Bell. It's a typical Croatian fare. It was really good. And the
And the
tres
first
leches was not a typical tres leches, but
Yeah.
it was good too.
Yeah, it was like a in between a flan and a tres leche. And
I
then it
know.
was back to packing
Yep.
because we were all leaving in the morning
Oh my
early.
god, yeah.
So that was our last night together. And we got to share it. I think dinner was nice because we did our highs and lows.
Mhm.
We did what our overall. And I think even just for me, like it was like reacquainting ourselves with each other, you know, doing pranks on each other,
Sharon.
We're still
teasing.
not have that picture yet, but
Oh my God, that was so funny. And just, just the little quirks and things of everybody where it's like, you know somebody and, we've all changed, but at our core, we're still the same. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
so I felt like that was nice to not only reacquaint with each other, but even that part of ourselves. Like, at least for me, like, I loved
Yeah.
it. I loved it.
I think that the fact that we met at 18 and we're celebrating this milestone, it's just a beautiful thing, like being lifetime friends. Not everybody's a lifetime friend, and that's okay too, but we are. And for me, it was like you're revisiting that 18 to 22-year-old while you're in school together or whatever ages, and kind of remembering, like, your friends your friends that have known you for a long time and are good friends remind you who you are at the core,
Mhm.
right? And so I
Yeah.
think, like, even watching, like, our other friend, like, she would laugh and she just keeps laughing, and and her laugh is contagious for me. Like, me and her start laughing together and we start tearing.
Mhm.
And it's like that goes way back, right? And just kind of reconnecting with that inner child of that age, that young adult part of you that, was almost carefree, and it was just that for me was fun. And the fact that, like Regina said this best, like, that we could do this,
Yeah.
that we could get 7 busy women, career women, most of us moms, to really, like, invest in every way on ourselves and do this trip, I think was amazing, and that we got to do it, and that we made it happen. So I'm proud of us, and that we're in a stage of life where we could do it.
Right.
So
And we all look the same.
I think so, to some
We have
degree.
not changed at all.
I think so.
We're
I
still our
think
18-year-old selves.
That I felt like I kept saying to the show, I'm like, I feel like a rich person, but it wasn't just like money rich. Like I
Mhm.
felt like so blessed that
Mhm.
like you have these connections that you're able, like you said, have like we're all successful enough to indulge in a trip like this, that, our family supported, that, that we didn't have to worry about anything at home. Everything's taken care of. Like we got it going. And just those moments. We had so many belly laughs, like where we're like almost choked in the ocean laughing at Sharon because I was laughing so hard I almost drowned. But like that to me was just like healing. Like for me, that was like fulfilling my soul. Like it was just like you need your girlfriends,
Mhm.
and you need to have these like core memories. Like for me, I felt like this trip reminded us of when we all lived together and went to college together because we made so many memories that it just created the bond where you have that bond of fondness with somebody where maybe you don't see them or talk to them for years or months or whatever, but that bond is always still there. And that's how I felt on the trip, where I was just like, wow, this bond has been here for 32 years.
It's crazy.
Like that's such a huge blessing.
Mhm.
And for me, I was just like, oh, we get to bond all over again. Like we have so many little things that I just in my head, I keep seeing little Melissa, buongiorno, and
Oh my
Marino,
god, she's so
my little Melissa impressions, right?
Little model
Buongiorno.
self. She has great
Yeah, she was
pictures.
like a fashionista, you know. So it's just I don't know. It's just I enjoyed just watching everybody.
Her voice is so cute. All
Mhm.
right. So who are we having next? Our next podcast.
We're having
Teresa.
Teresa. Yes. So she is my cousin, my first cousin. Her mom and my mom are sisters,
Hmm.
but she has her makeup artistry business and she's also an anesthetician. And she has worked in all from salons to spas to now she works at a plastic surgeon office. And so she's the one to go to for beauty advice or if you want to try a treatment or something like that. She will give you the truth about it. So
Yeah.
I
So
trust her, you know, recommendations on products and all of that because that's been her expertise for her entire life. So,
yeah. So I remember her always being into makeup and just beautiful woman.
yes, you know, and for me, like I aspire to be like that. I mean, she's 10 years older than us and she looks great.
Mm-hmm.
She looks
Mm-hmm.
amazing. Where I'm just like, man, we're all turning 50. She's turning 60 this year.
So we'll
You
sure to
know?
take her advice.
Yeah. So it's really, and for her, it's all about like self care. It's about, you know, moisturizing. It's, you know, like she'll give you the tips of, you
Yeah.
know, how do you stay young? And it's really staying young at heart, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an
mindset.
internal thing as well as the
Right.
external.
You know, and for me, that's my biggest thing. Like for me, when I think of like vanity or things like that,
Mm-hmm.
like you can meet somebody that's gorgeous and they're just a horrible person.
Yeah.
Right. And that
Mm-hmm.
will turn you off. And then you meet somebody that's genuine
Mm-hmm.
that you're just like, wow, they're so beautiful. Like they're beautiful inside and out. And that's what I love about her. So, you know,
Well,
she's
can't wait
a
to
very
have her.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it should be a good conversation.